Srimad Bagavatam, Canto 11, Chapter 2, Text 29. Drillabo manaso deho dehinam shanabangura tatrapi durlabam manye vaikunta priyadarshanam. For the conditioned souls, translation purport given by Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Saiva Narottamam Devim Sarasatim Vyasam Tatam Jayam Jayastam For the conditioned soul, the human body is most difficult to achieve and it can be lost at any moment. But I think that even those who achieve human life rarely find the association of pure devotees who are dear to the Lord of Vaikunta. So in this, it's a very important verse, especially for the living beings who have taken human birth. So to get the human birth is very, very rare. Very seldomly we get this human birth. Though we get human birth, it is very, very rare to take the association of pure devotees of the Lord who are dear to the Vaikunta. So that's what this verse says about the value of human life and the value of association of devotees. So according to Sridhara Swami, the word Dehinam means Bahavo Deha Bhavanti Esamte. The conditioned souls who accept innumerable material bodies according to the some Vishwathinkas, a living entity in the human form of life will never be degraded to a lower form such as thus of an animal or plant. So there are 84 lakhs of living entities. Among that, there are only 4 lakhs are the human beings. So some unmatured people, they think that once you get this human form life, you will never get the degraded form of living entity. But that's not right. That's not true, because the ones you may, according to your activities, according to your karma and according to your previous birth, you may get degraded life or you may get the high grade of life. So there are 14 planetary systems in this material world. So among 14 planetary systems, you may rise to higher planets if you are in the Satoguna platform, and Rajaguna means you are in the middle platform. You will land up in a middle platform, and in Tamoguna you will go to the lower planetary systems. So that's not true. Once you get human birth, you will not go to the low graded planets, low graded realm. So you may go to any other planet. After getting human birth, you may get animal birth also. You may get the reptiles birth, or you may get any ant or any bird's birth also. Depends upon the activities you do, and depends upon the association you take, and it also depends upon the time you spend for spiritual activities and material activities. It depends also. It depends how you prepare your life, how you prepare your practical daily life. So one may promote to the kingdom of God if your life is fully dedicated and sacrificed for the service of the Lord, staying with the devotees, staying in temple atmosphere, definitely will, and practicing Krishna consciousness in a pure state, definitely will be promoted. So if it is like that, if you have a very bad association and you are fully centered with sense gratification, or you are fully centered with materialistic people, and you will be always having association with non-devotees, then definitely you will fall down. You will get low grade of life. So Sridhar Swami also says the Hinam means Bahavo Deha Bhavanti Etamte. So even Bhaktivedanta Swami, foolish scientists have invented highly sophisticated terminologies and theories to bluff innocent people into believing that life comes from chemical reaction. So here Srila Prabhupada describes about the the thoughts of the scientists. So scientists, they say, scientists know, they describe that if our science and technology is advanced, and they also claim that because of the chemicals one can create the human body, or one can create the living entity. So Prabhupada asked them once, challenged them, I will give you all the chemicals you want. So you may create just one ant, one small creature, one small living entity. So is it possible for you? So they say, in future we'll definitely will do that. That is, Prabhupada always say, the post-dated checks, they call scientists as the post-dated checks. So like that, it is not possible. They say it is the body is full of chemicals. But if we collect those chemicals, is it possible for the scientist to create human beings? It's not at all possible. It's highly impossible. It's only by the creation of divine prowess only the soul will get into the yonis, different yonis according to his different karmic reactions. And also Prabhupada has written a beautiful book called Life Comes from Life. So once you leave this body, you will accept the another body. That is called death. So death means you are leaving this body and accepts another body. That is called death. So if you are fortunate enough to get that books in our society, in our Hare Krishna temples, you can go and purchase that book. It's a very beautiful book. Life Comes from Life. So all living beings move from one bodily form to another. The forms already exist. So the living entity simply transfer himself just as man transfers himself from one body to another. So here Prabhupada gives an example. So the changing of body, tata dehantara praptir, dehinosmin yata dehe kaumaram yavanam jana, tata dehantara praptir means we are changing from one body to another body, just like we are now in this particular apartment. So if the owner asks us to vacate the apartment, then we will go to some other apartment. Say, example, we are in A grade apartment, then we will go to the B grade apartment, or from there we may go to C grade apartment, or we may again come to the A grade apartment. Like that, we keep changing the bodies from one body to another body. So that's what happens when we leave this body. According to our reactions, according to our previous karma, we will accept the other body, and also the preparations we have made in this particular birth depends on that also, and the consciousness at the time of leaving the body also counts. That's also very important in this. So the person is them, but now according to his capacity for payment or karma, he is able to occupy a higher class apartment. Real evolution does not mean physical development, but development of consciousness. So development means not going from lower apartment to higher apartments, and from the cottages to the big bungalows, but developing the consciousness. So trying to understand what is God, trying to understand whom are we, and why I have come here, and what is my prime duty of after getting this human life. And I should also strive for self-realization, and and also we should incur Atato Brahma Jignasa. The first sloka of Srimad Bagavatam, first chapter, describes that we should make inquiries. That is the real position of a human being. So we should inquire who is God, and what is the relationship between us and God, and what God really expects from us, and what are the duties, what is our constitutional position, and why you are forced to death, why you are forced to get diseases, why you are forced to get birth, why you are forced to get old. All these things we have to inquire from the Lord through proper disciplic section. We should approach a bona fide guru. So people are now being cheated of this essential understanding. They are completely unaware of the danger of slipping back into the 8 million species that lie below the human species. So, because of because of non-awareness of the spiritual understanding and also the evolutionary process of 84 lakhs of living entities, people are again lying backward. They are stepping backward to the low grade of human life, low grade of different species, different types of bodies they are forced to take. So we want to feel that our life is progressing and we are advancing and improving the quality of our life. Therefore, it is urgent that people be informed of that great danger of misusing the valuable human life, and that they know that the great opportunity in the human life offers the opportunity to Krishna consciousness. So the Krishna consciousness is, Prabhupada says, there is a very urgency for all the people to take up the Krishna consciousness, because they don't know what is 84 lakhs of species, and how many different types of species are there. So there are different types of species like birds, insects, animals, human beings, plants. Like this, there are different types of species. So because of not awareing of this evolutionary process, human life, they are depriving the opportunity of human life. So they are losing the opportunity. So that is, human life is very, very important. Human life is very rare to get. Very seldomly we get this. Bahunam janmanam ante jnanaman ma prapadyante vasudeva sarvamiti samahatma sudurlabha. Those people who know that Vasudeva is the ultimate cause, they are very, very rare. Seldomly we will get that type of persons. So, just as an earth, different residential areas are divided into high class, middle class and low class. Within the universe, there are upper, middle, lower planets by practicing of yoga system by the meticulous expansion. One can transfer himself to the higher planets, on the other hand, by neglecting. So, the 14 planetary systems are there. If a person keeps on revolving in these 14 planetary systems, again he has to take a birth, again he has to get trapped in this material world. So that is why Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 8:16 that Abrahma bhuvana loka punaravartino arjuna mamupetyantu kaunteya punarjanma navitade. So Krishna says the highest planet is among 14 planets, the highest planet is the Satyaloka, which is Brahmaloka. So even if you land up in that Brahmaloka, again you have to take a birth again in this material world. So that is why if you come to my planet, that is my realm, Vaikuntha realm, definitely there is no Punarjanma for you. You will never enter into any types of yonis among 84 lakhs of living entities. You will never enter in that yoni. The highly evolved human brain is a gift given by God so that we may use our intelligence to distinguish between that which is eternal and that which is temporary, as stated in Bhagavad Gita. So there is only human beings are given gift to discriminate which is eternal, which is temporary. For that also Krishna quotes on sloka na sato vidyate bhavo na bhavo vidyate sataha ubayor api dustontas tu anyaso tattva darshabhi. Those who are the seers of the truth have concluded that matter has no permanent existence. So here it is, there is a distinction between matter and spirit. Matter doesn't matter, by nature it is temporary, but spirit by nature it is eternal, sat, eternal. Yes. So it is permanent existence will be there for the soul. So the soul never stop to exist, it will always exist. Today also it will exist, yesterday also it will exist, and future also it will exist. So learned seers have concluded this by studying the nature of both. Those who accept the Supreme Lord and His abode as His ultimate goal of life are called Vaikuntha Priya. So Vaikuntha Praya means those who have observed, those who have accepted Krishna as Supreme Personality of Godhead and his ultimate goal of life are called, and they have accepted Supreme Lord and his abode as the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal of human life is to accept Krishna as the Supreme Lord and to accept his abode as permanent place for us. So here in so Nimi, King Nimi states that to have the personal association of saintly persons like Navayogendras, personal association of Navayogendras is certainly a perfection of human life. Because once you get the association of pure devotee, so definitely he will take back you to the Vaikuntha planet. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur also suggests that Naradeham Adyam Sulabam Sudurlabam Plavam Sukalpam Guru Karnadharam Mayanukulena Navasvateritam Puman Bhavabdim na tare na atmaha. So this verse says that, so the Supreme Lord says, the best of the bodies is human body, is a great attainment rarely achieved, any and maybe compared to a boat. So this human body, the Krishna says that human body is compared to a boat. So the Guru, the compared to a boat, and the Guru is an expert boatman. He is the expert captain of this boat, and Krishna and the Vedas are the favorable winds. Thus I have given all facilities for crossing the ocean of material existence. Any human being who has achieved the excellent facilities of human life but does not cross this material ocean is to be considered the killer of his own self. So Bagavatam 11th canto 20th chapter 17 verse says that once we get this human life, definitely we have to cross this material ocean. For that, we need a very efficient captain for this boat. That captain is Guru, and that boat is this human life. So the favorable winds are the Vedas, and so the Guru, the captain, will take us to the stream of the river. So that means he will make us to cross this material ocean. Otherwise, our human life is waste. It's a total waste, colossal waste it is. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, the eternal servants of Supreme Lord, being controlled by powerful feelings of mercy, descend into material world as Vaishnava to deliver the conditions those who are bound by the results of their own mundane work. Such Vaishnavas also distribute mercy to those who are laboriously searching after the impersonal absolute. So here Prabhupada also explains about the impersonalism and the sense gratificators. Both are wasting their life like anything, because impersonalists, they meditate on the effulgence of the Lord, but they negate the real form of the Lord, which is Syama Sundara Rupa. And also sense gratificators also always center their activities by utilizing their senses for their own self-satisfaction. But they misuse the opportunity of chanting the holy names of the Lord and offering food to the Lord, and all those things they misuse, and they really waste their life, and they will lose the opportunity to go to the kingdom of Vaikuntha. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.